Disclaimer: the video you are about to see has content that contains swearing, substance referencing, violence, and or partial on-screen nudity. If you are a person under 13 years of age, do not watch this video by order of COPPA. In general, if you are over 13 but are sensitive, you may exit this video and find a nice wholesome video to watch. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hey there guys, Jordan here. Welcome back to another reaction video, and this time it's going to be the third death battle of the season, which is Tanjiro versus Jonathan Joestar, Demon Slayer versus JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Now, I haven't seen much of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, but I have been watching Demon Slayer, and let me tell you, it's incredible. I am looking forward to how this battle between the two of them will go out. So, let's see how it turns out. Oh, and on a side note, I'm not choosing any person because of favoritism. I just want to see what their stats are and then think about how we'll react, how it will turn out, and whichever actually I won't root for anyone, but I will see whoever wins and how they were able to win, so that way I can understand it more. Alright, that's enough lollygagging. Let's get to it.
Wiz, hey! Don't be mad, but I pushed some buttons in your lab and now I'm in cyberspace. Looking for that elusive dislike bar that's been missing for months, but look what I found instead! Beer! Okay, not real beer, it's a bunch of emojis! Listen up, this is crazy! Did you know the Death Battle channel offers memberships for less than $3? I know, it's a steal! Members get exclusive badges, live streams, behind-the-scenes videos, members-only live chat, and over 20 unique emojis! All you gotta do is click the join button and you're in the club!
Okay, good enough. Alright, let's get to it.
Tanjiro Kamado, the sun-breathing demon slayer swordsman.
Jonathan Joestar, the very first JoJo who ever Jojed.
These two anime monster hunters are as deadly with a blade as they are infinitely good-natured.
But don't cross them, else they might leave you breathless. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Alright, first up, Tanjiro.
Taisho Japan, an era of unparalleled progress and imperial domination. But this empire had a sickness, a rot at its core.
Yup.
Demons. This race of superhuman cannibals originated from one being, their all-powerful progenitor, Muzan Kibutsuji.
Who spent his evenings slaughtering families and eating them, including the Kamado clan.
Though one of them fatefully survived. The eldest son, Tanjiro.
Well, the good news is your sister
Alright. Background. Height 5'5", 165 centimeters. Weight 134 pounds, 61 kilograms. Age 15. AKA Kamaboko Gonpachiro. Yeah, I get it. Member of the Demon Slayer Corps. Certified Group Mom and Cinnamon Roll. Alright, that's weird, but okay.
Nezuko is alive too. Bad news is she's a demon now, so sorry, champ. I'm chalking this day up as hell.
But Tanjiro possessed the golden heart of an anime protagonist, and he devoted his life to curing Nezuko's curse and ending Muzan's evil once and for all.
So he joined the Demon Slayer Corps, a secret group of badass demon hunters with badass swords. Forged from a unique sunlight-absorbing ore, the Nichiren Blade is one of the only weapons that can decapitate a demon and end their unholy existence for good.
That's right.
Especially when combined with the Slayer's fancy pants katana magic.
It isn't katana magic. Okay, well, it's totally katana magic, but that's not what it's called.
Yeah, it's breathing, which is so lame. Anybody can do that. Oh, God. I was frog.
The use of breathing is crucial to real-life martial arts. Deeper breaths massage the organs below the diaphragm, relaxing your body and lowering its energy requirement, while simultaneously giving you more energy to use.
Tanjiro mastered this breathing shit
is
so
that
well,
so?
he could do it in his sleep, literally 24/7.
This is total concentration.
Alright. Abilities: superhuman sense of smell, exposes enemy openings, predicts enemy movements, Demon Slayer mark, see-through world, total concentration breathing, healing breaths, tactical intelligence. Wow, those are some impressive abilities, I'll give him that. Especially when he has to use them to protect himself as well as his sister and his friends.
Breathing, a technique developed by the Demon Slayers in order to massively increase their physical abilities to match their blatantly superhuman foes. Through the measured intake of oxygen, users can boost their concentration, reactions, and even manipulate the flow of their blood. This can help in slowing down poisons or speeding up the coagulation of wounds.
Which means he can use it to quickly recover in case of injury or fatigue. And Demon Slayers can combine their breathing with their blades for, well, katana magic.
Each breathing
Right.
style is a separate form of sword combat. The first form Tanjiro mastered was water breathing, a flexible defensive style where a user's blade summons water to slice like a raging current.
Tanjiro's literal boneheaded stuff.
A common misconception is that the elemental effects from breathing are just artistic flair, but there have been numerous situations where the elements interacted uniquely in battle or were used as projections. So yeah, even though they look artistic, they can actually be very useful when they're in combat. So, try not to be mesmerized by this, because that's something that can be taken as light and gentle.
Stubbornness made him a prodigy demon slayer in no time.
He proved to be a tactical genius in combat, able to discern an opponent's weaknesses and exploit them in the heat of the moment. It was almost as if demon slaying was in his very blood.
Because it was! Hundreds of years ago, the creator of the very first breathing style taught this knowledge to Tanjiro's ancestors, who passed it down to Tanjiro himself.
This was the dance of the...
Breathing styles. Water breathing creates swift currents, can redirect projectiles, increases cutting power. Sun breathing creates strong flames, debilitates regeneration. Overuse weakens the user. I see. So water breathing can help you, but it's not very effective. And sun breathing is more powerful, but it makes the user weak. So I can see why Tanjiro has to change breathing styles during combat.
The fire god, the Hinokami Kagura, sun breathing.
With sun breathing, Tanjiro's sword bursts into godlike flames that slow a demon's healing factor and can turn into a wicked fire dragon.
Sun breathing
Yep.
increases Tanjiro's speed and power, but at a cost. It will quickly tire him out, and overuse could severely debilitate him.
Which can also turn on this really distracting birthmark on his forehead.
Through intense stress and exertion, Tanjiro can activate this Demon Slayer mark, which boosts his already crazy strength and speed even further.
And gives him access to the see-through world. Basically, it slows down time for Tanjiro and gives him x-ray vision.
This allows him such a precise understanding of his opponent's muscle movements that he can predict their future actions. Sort of like a spider sense. He can even do the
Wow.
same with just his sense of smell. No Demon Slayer mark needed. Not only can his nose detect people from hundreds of yards away, it lets him find an opponent's opening in battle even easier than before.
You'd think being an anime swordsman would make Tanjiro even edgier than his blade, but he's basically the group mom, with an innocent little cherub sweetness matched only by his raw badassery.
Tanjiro is tough enough to survive being stabbed in the...
Feats. Split a giant boulder in half, sliced through a demon train, bench pressed 3 logs, dodged Hontengu's lightning bolts, trained for days without food or water, defeated Gyutaro Hontengu, Akaza, and Muzan. Wow, those are some incredible feats. Especially when he's facing actual demons that are more powerful than he is. Oh, hang on. It shows that an ad is going to play in about 2 seconds. Well, when it plays, I'll just cut it out and continue.
The stomach, fast enough to dodge.
Alright, now we're back. So, back to his feats.
Lightning, and strong enough to slice through and derail a literal demon train.
That demon
Yep.
turned himself into a train, Wiz! Funniest shit I've ever seen. And this demon, Doma, was able to freeze the air into this giant ice statue in only a few seconds. That takes a lot of energy.
And Tanjiro's managed to keep up with similarly powerful demons like Hontengu, Akaza, and eventually the strongest of them all, Muzan himself.
With the
Yep.
help of his friends, of course.
It would take all their efforts and countless sacrifices, but Tanjiro and the Demon Slayers would continue to fight to realize their dream of a world that is safe for humanity. And whatever Inosuke is.
Right.
Victoria
Alright.
in
Now for Jonathan.
England. An infamously shit-tastic time to be alive.
Whether you were a lowly street rat or a wealthy noble. Okay, well, that last one probably wasn't so bad.
That is, unless your dad, in all his infinite wisdom, decided to adopt the single greatest asshole in human history and make him your brother.
Right.
That'd make you one unlucky schmuck.
That would make you Jonathan Joestar.
Hadn't you heard, Wiz? Everybody just calls him JoJo.
In an effort to take the Joestar fortune.
Background. Height 6'5", 195 centimeters. Weight 231 pounds, 105 kilograms. Age 20. Nickname JoJo. Majored in archaeology. Likes Danny, Irina, Dio, but it's complicated. Yeah, I don't blame him for his relationship with Dio. Especially considering that he stole his girlfriend. Oh no. Or was it his fiancée? Well, whatever. What he did was unforgivable.
For himself, Jonathan's new brother Dio dedicated his life to breaking Jonathan emotionally, turning him into a docile puppet. But after being bullied, beaten, and thoroughly traumatized, something awakened deep in Jonathan's heart. The raging fire of a gentleman.
I don't think beating the living piss out of Dio was gentle, but it sure
Oh.
was satisfying. Too bad it didn't last forever, because only a few years later, Dio got his revenge when he turned into a vampire and killed Papa Joestar.
Oh man.
Classic Dio.
With Dio now bent on world domination, Jonathan would need more than his righteous fist to save the day.
Yeah, he needed a creepy floating Italian man that punches frogs with the power of the sun.
It wasn't just any creepy floating Italian man. It was Will Antonio Zeppeli, a practitioner of Hamon, an ancient martial art designed specifically to do battle against vampires like Dio. Through their breaths,
I
Hamon users
see.
could blast a hot electric ripple out of their bodies and flood it into their opponents. Huh.
That's what
Really?
Hamon means in English. The ripple. Man, if I had a nickel for every anime protagonist who killed monsters with the power of breathing, well, that'd be 2 nickels. But let's agree, it's weird that it happened twice.
Hamon energy massive.
Hamon abilities. Zoom punch, water walking, healing, plant life acceleration, body and organ manipulation, sunlight energy emission, can generate Hamon through surfaces such as metal. Really? Huh. Well, those certainly are some incredible abilities. Especially considering that he doesn't need to use a sword to use any of those abilities, unlike Tanjiro. But we don't know for sure if a sword will be able to beat someone who can use their bare fists. Well, let's continue taking a look to see.
increases a user's physical abilities and allows them to disintegrate vampires with a single punch. In order to fight Dio, Zeppeli taught Jonathan everything he knew.
Like the zoom punch, where Jonathan stretches his arm and punches an opponent from far away like he chomped on a gum-gum fruit. He does this by using the ripple to dull the pain of dislocating his shoulder before snapping it back.
God
that might
damn.
sound crazy, but there are real-life examples of breathing basically giving people superpowers.
Like the Dutch adventurer Wim Hof, who can survive being nearly totally submerged in ice water for almost 2 hours.
Wow.
Through forced exhalation, Hof drops his oxygen levels in order to supercharge his body's thermoregulation and release euphoric chemicals to numb the pain, just like the zoom punch.
Wow.
It's basically just like the Eastern idea of chi. Voila! Which is circulated through the body by, what else? Breathing. And just like chi, it can do lots of crazy shit.
Like walking on water,
Incredible.
magnetizing plants, or controlling an enemy's muscles. It can even be transferred through solid surfaces like metal.
And he can catch his fists on fire and slam you senseless with his patented Sunlight Yellow Overdrive. It'll leave any monster smiling and satisfied.
Right.
Jonathan took these skills as he
Overdrives. Sunlight Yellow, Rapid Punch Barrage. Metal Silver transfers through metal. Scarlet catches his fists on fire. Turquoise Blue transfers through water. Life Magnetism magnetizes plant material. Wow. So he can actually transport his Haman through himself as well as through inanimate objects. Well, that's going to be impossible to predict what his next moves will be.
Zeppeli and the definitely not just there for exposition Speedwagon invaded Dio's domain and waged war against an army of bloodthirsty zombies.
Including Dio's right-hand monsters, Bruford and Tarkus. Tarkus was strong enough to rip entire boulders out of the ground and slice through a cliff with one swing. He could even snap JoJo's neck and cut our old pal Zeppeli in half. Rest in peace, creepy floating Italian man. Sorry you had to be born the mentor. Hope none of your relatives die horrifying deaths too.
Before succumbing, Zeppeli's last act was to pass his ripple onto Jonathan, not only allowing him to heal his own broken neck, but also combine their energies together.
And making JoJo strong enough to cut through Tarkus's giant arm. Not with his nifty new sword Pluck, with his bare goddamn hand.
With this power
Wow.
boost, Jonathan faced Dio once and for all, and fisted him with his raging hot ripple. Wait.
Now,
Dio had a different body in part 3, but nothing suggests it was any stronger than the body he had when he fought Jonathan. It may actually be a bit weaker on account of said body rejecting him. I see. So Dio got a different body, but his new body wasn't as strong as his old body when he was fighting Jonathan. Huh. I guess that would explain why he was defeated by Jotaro so easily. But that's another story.
Fisted Dio was pretty impressive, considering Dio could later fight faster than light stands like Star Platinum. Hell, even other Ripple users like Joseph can dodge beams of light too.
But more than his strength,
Feats. Mastered Haman in 2 weeks. Healed a broken neck in seconds. Fought with several broken bones. Reacted to Dio's Space Ripper Stingy Eyes. Saved Irina while aboard an exploding ship. Defeated Jack the Ripper, Bruford, Tarkus, and Dio Brando. Wow. It's incredible how he has accomplished all of those feats, despite the fact that he has to do them all by himself. And with no stands as the rest of the Joestar family. It seems that Tanjiro may have found his match, but we'll know for sure if that will be the case.
or speed, or even Haman, Jonathan's greatest strength was always his intelligence and unstoppable determination. It was that burning drive
Oh, one
for
second.
justice that
Sorry about that. Another ad was playing. So, yeah, back to these feats.
defeated Dio all those years ago, and the same one that defeated him again. But this victory was bittersweet.
He may be built like a brick shithouse, but Jonathan's got the personality of a golden retriever. Even after everything Dio did to him, all of the lies and abuse and dad murder, Jonathan still loved him like a brother, and still cried those hot, wet 80s man-made tears.
And even
My
after Dio
God.
returned on Jonathan's wedding night to murder him and steal his body, Jonathan sacrificed himself so his wife and unborn child could escape. But he did not die in vain. His
Nope.
bloodline would continue throughout the ages, spawning a line of illustrious and bizarre heroes who would crush Dio's plans and save the universe.
And they all had one thing in common: his name, JoJo.
Yep.
Is the ripple his tip?
Let's not talk about that.
Alright, the combatants are set. We've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for a death battle!
Let's do this. Sorry about that. That was a sponsored play. With that out of the way, let's get started. For real this time. Ooh. Oh.
Step aside! I've sworn to slay all of Dio's demonic minions. I don't know who you are, but you better leave her alone! You poor wretch, shackled by the chains of this harpy's insidious mind control. On my honor, as a gentleman, I will free you!
Oh, I'm sorry, sir. Did you bump your head?
Alright, here goes.
Total
Oh,
concentration!
breathing.
Water breathing! Most unorthodox!
Oh,
Fight with valor, noble swordsman, but I know the burning passion of my heart will carry me through!
oh man.
Aw, he's kind of adorable. Like a puppy. I wonder if he has a caretaker nearby.
Whoa.
You're mine! Valiant footwork! You will fall! No kamikaze!
Alright.
Nice try!
Oh.
You could teach me a thing or two! Scarlet Overdrive!
Whoa.
His breathing is carrying some kind of energy. Like me. And that means I know how to stop him.
Let's see if he does.
He's focusing on my neck. Does he know? Metal Silver Overdrive!
Oh boy. Whoa.
I've got you!
Oh man. Tanjiro's really out for blood.
And for my lungs!
Whoa.
2 inches off. Did he dodge?
Huh? Oh boy.
She's my sister.
Oh my.
On my honor, as a gentleman, I will protect her with my life.
Wow. Another ad's playing. 1 second.
Pepper, oh no, they didn't. Papa John's just took their signature pepperoni and hand-stuffed it.
Sorry about that. Anyway.
KO! I'm not crying. I'm only crying really hard. Holy shit, hold me, bro.
Please don't
Oh
touch me.
man.
On paper, Tanjiro did initially seem to have more advantages in this bout.
For sure. He'd been training for way longer than Jonathan, and with way more experienced teachers. Tanjiro's Demon Slayer journey took place over a couple of years, while Jonathan's Ripple training was less than a month.
Tanjiro was obviously a superior swordsman with a variety of powerful techniques and katana magic, while Jonathan really only improvised as a swordsman.
But that's where the advantages stop. Sure, Jonathan wasn't a natural swordsman, but he more than made up for it in hand-to-hand combat, while
Right.
Tanjiro was pretty much out of options without a blade.
Jonathan also had an edge in strength. Comparing Tanjiro to Doma and
Even if we applied kinetic energy to Tanjiro's speed feats, the results would still be inferior to those of other major JoJo feats that Jonathan scales to, such as Jolene deflecting meteorites. Oh yeah, that's true. She did deflect meteorites. And I suppose that Tanjiro's speed doesn't come even close to being comparable to that.
Jojo to Tarkus, Jonathan was over twice as strong. And while Tanjiro later fought the more powerful Muzan, Jonathan did the same with Dio.
He was way faster too. While Tanjiro and his pals could dodge lightning, we can compare Jonathan to other Ripple users like Joseph, who could dodge light, which is over 3,000 times.
While Joseph has had superior Ripple training, he was able to keep up with Pillar Men, who have also reacted to light beams while still a novice. I see. So even though Joseph has had a great training more than Jonathan, he was able to keep up with a group while he was still a beginner. That does seem impressive. Just goes to show how powerful the JoJo family is.
Times faster. That might seem crazy, but in part 3, Dio was able to keep up with stands like Star Platinum, which can move faster than light. Dio did this on his own, and that was while using Jonathan's body.
Even with multiple ways to predict Jonathan's movements and see the flow of his Ripple with X-ray vision, Tanjiro would not have been fast enough to keep up.
Especially with the Ripple backing him up. Sure, the water and fire Tanjiro generates is impressive, but Jonathan was tough enough to power through it.
Jonathan's Hamon healing was also superior to Tanjiro's. While Tanjiro could merely slow bleeding, Jonathan could heal entire broken limbs. Oh, that's true. Tanjiro can't be able to heal broken limbs. All he could do was slow down bleeding, especially during when he was a witness to Rengoku's last fight before his death. Oh, spoiler alert. So, yeah. It seems that Jonathan did have the upper hand after all.
Though had no way to defend against the Ripple bypassing his durability and directly messing with his organs.
Such as manipulating his muscles like a puppeteer, or directly shutting off his brain or heart, something other Ripple users have done to ordinary humans with a single zap. And Jonathan had the opportunity to do this literally every time Tanjiro blocked his blade.
Sure, Tanjiro could recover himself with the breath, but...
Results. Tanjiro. A plus for superior training, experience, and skill. See-through world could discover Hamon, but minus slower and weaker overall. Nichiren Blade would conduct Hamon, and sun breathing takes a physical toll. For Jonathan Joestar, a plus for significantly faster and slightly stronger. Hamon offered more versatility, better unarmed combatant, potential insta-kill options, but minus less skilled swordsmen. So while Tanjiro is a better swordsman, Jonathan is actually better in hand-to-hand combat. So yes, there's that.
That'd be a breath spent healing and not, fighting.
And while sun breathing's overuse was dangerous to Tanjiro, Jojo's Hamon had no such drawback.
Which meant that Jojo could keep fighting for as long as he needed to.
Tanjiro was never going to go down easy, but Jonathan's speed, Hamon, and righteous gentlemanly fists carried him to victory.
Jonathan took Tanjiro's breath away.
The winner is Jonathan Joestar.
Congratulations, Jonathan.
Thank you for watching. Stay tuned, we'll be
And congratulations to all the people who worked on this. You guys are amazing.
jumping into the next matchup next week. But you can always get more Death Battle right now by clicking one of those boxes right over there, and by downloading the battle music linked down below.
Next time, Thor versus Vegeta. Wow. Sorry about that, but that was the last ad. So yeah, that was Tanjiro versus Jonathan Joestar, and Jonathan came out victoriously. Hopefully he fulfills Tanjiro's wish to protect his sister. And the next death battle is going to be Thor versus Vegeta. That does seem to get me interested to see how that will turn out. So anyway, yeah. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next time.